forgot to bring up. Sorry, I forgot to bring up Audacity.
No, you can never talk. By the way, that cheese thing you sent me is from like 20 years ago.
All right. I'll do the opener.
Look at that.
5, 4, 3. Welcome everyone, and pull up a seat at the table. It's lunchtime in Rome. Tonight's episode 314 is entitled "Grief Code Meets Lunchtime in Rome." How can we understand what Chase Hughes said in last week's video with regards to our take on where hurts go, emotional responding, and emotional needs in general? We'll be talking about that at the table this evening. Pull up a seat at the table and join us. First-time listeners can subscribe on your favorite podcast app or watch us live or later on YouTube at Lunchtime in Rome. Visit us at lunchtimeinrome.com. While there, you can take our relational needs questionnaire. Make sure to follow us on all social media, and it would be great if you give us a 5-star review. Jay, what specifically is this podcast about?
At the table, we strive to love one another and help you to do the same. Some weeks we'll have someone join us so that you can get to know them and learn a little bit about yourself in the process, though it's been a minute since we've done that. Other weeks we dive into a topic. Romans 12:15 says to rejoice with those who rejoice, mourn with those who mourn. That's what we do. So while it may not be 12:15 in Rome, we're treating it like it is.
Lunchtime
in Rome. I don't know why you're trying to.
Like he's
And my mic was too loud.
He's-
Still too loud.
he's Mini J.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's hard to say. You want me to start over?
I don't.
Here we are. Do we need to start everything over? Wow, I got nothing. You can't hear me at all. What a great podcast. This is great. Nothing. Were you amplified? Because I don't see
Check,
you on there.
check.
Yeah, I mean, I'm coming through fine.
All right. I'm not. Nothing coming through on my end.
What?
What's going on? What's going on?
This is the worst.
Let's try this mic.
Real quick. Here I am. 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's not my voice.
Chris, how you doing?
You want me to keep going?
Yeah.
I'm tired. I feel like I've been living the past 2 days the way Jay probably lives every day.
It's possible.
Like just the busyness and the, don't take breaks. And this is what I assume you do. Just, you
pretty
seem
true.
like a busy guy. But we closed on our house yesterday afternoon.
Woohoo.
And it is great. I mean, that's wonderful. But there's just so much now to do. There's even more to do now. But we went to the office we went to was in Murraysville, so not too far from here. But at rush hour, everything takes forever to get to. So we're like trying to claw our way to Murraysville yesterday after work. Spend all the time, however long it took, an hour plus, to sign all the documents and shake all the hands and wave to the crowd. And finally, as it's like getting dark outside, we are like, okay, now we get to go to the house. And just we weren't planning on spending a lot of time, but just to be there for a little bit.
Sure. It's almost a mirage.
Yeah. And it was so weird to just walk in and be like, why are we just hanging out in this weird house? Like, this is bizarre, because we've lived in our home for almost 24 years now. And that's longer than I've lived anywhere in one stretch. And so it was just weird. And it's not that we are still living in our house of 24 years, but to hang out, we cooked dinner over there. Well, actually, last night we ordered pizza. There was no time for cooking dinner. We were over there tonight for an hour and a half just to haul some things over and
Start the
process. And Amy's cooking dinner while we love the house. The house is in great shape, but there's one thing, and I think I was mentioning it last week on pod. It was about, because Eric was not happy with me. We're gonna have to hang the TV over the fireplace in the family room.
We're gonna come over and see what we can do about that.
Okay. Well, my current plan is I'm lowering the mantle. So that's like the one like fixer-upper kind of thing, even though it's not really fixer-upper.
Right.
It's like tear down and
Yeah.
cut something and, reapply. But I managed to get the top part of the mantle off the wall tonight, and it's not too bad underneath, so I feel like that was a win. And I've just got to sort of figure out how I'm going to lower it and reattach and
Yeah.
that sort of thing. So, I mean, it's all good. It's just like, it's funny, like these days, like work all day and then go there for like an hour and a
Yeah.
half, and like everything's a whirlwind, and now
Yeah.
I'm here,
Right.
and it's just, I'm not used to it. I'm used to like going home, taking a little nap.
Playing disc golf.
In my dream, while I'm taking a nap, I dream about disc golf.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know, and we're just
Yeah.
gonna be busy. We're gonna be busy for this whole month
It's
at
a
least.
lot. It's so much. It's so much. And like it feels like you don't have it's weird. You have something to look forward to,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a lot of doing in between.
lot of
that,
doing.
A lot of doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember like a couple things. One, when we moved into this house, we were fortunate enough that we could get in. We got in 2 weeks before like we closed.
Right.
But
yeah.
but Mike and Cindy were out of here already, so we painted the whole place. So while it was empty,
Right.
So there was that, but it was night after night for 2 weeks of me coming here after work painting. Amy's, 7-8 months pregnant at that point, and it was all like a lot of me, but with a lot of help from you guys and family and all that. But it was just so much.
Right.
But what's weird is, so we lived at our old house, I guess about 10 years.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah. And now that we've been, it doesn't even feel like we lived there.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird. But we've had so much life here.
Right.
So many things have happened while we've been here, which is awesome. And we love that. We love this house. I'm going to send you a link to, there's a subreddit on Reddit called TV Too High.
Oh, yeah.
And it is just so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. And then somebody had posted, like you'll be in a living room and then there's a look through into a kitchen or something like that. So there's like a half wall and then like if it's framed in.
Yeah.
Well, somebody put mounted a TV on the bottom wall, like, and I was like, I kind of like it. It's like old school, like console TV,
right.
but with like a updated flat screen. I was like, I don't hate it.
A lot of people used to like watch TV on the floor.
I know.
Or toward the floor.
Sure.
Yeah. It was a piece of furniture.
Right.
It wasn't like an appliance or like an electronic. It was a piece of furniture.
Yeah.
And because you would put stuff on it, you would decorate it. Those were the days.
Well, I definitely I just had to, as soon as I realized, okay, the TV, there's no other where to put, no other place to put it. I'm like, all right, this mantle has got to come down. And I didn't care if there was a giant hole behind it. I'm like, I will do the drywall. I will, whatever I need to do. I will patch it. I will paint it. I will, sand it, paint it, every single, but thankfully, the only thing that was behind it, well, it will need painted, but just the nail holes. That's it.
Yeah.
So
A little toothpaste.
it came off a little, pretty neatly. Yeah. And speaking of low TVs though, real quick, because we've flirted with the idea of going a little retro with some of our home decor.
Yeah.
And I was you guys know where the Lincoln Hub is? The Lincoln Highway Hub?
No.
Have you been there? Oh man, it's kind of near my school. It's on Route 30, which is
it's
the Lincoln Highway.
Is that the red, white, and blue place?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. We just talked
we
about
talked about that. Yeah.
It's a really nice,
It is cool.
antique thing.
High end stuff too, but you can get a bargain. Yeah, it's kind of everything.
And they had like one of those old wide consoles that included a TV, and this is from like probably the 40s, so it wasn't like even a big console TV, but it had a record player on top.
My grandma had one of those.
And I'm sure
Actually, I think my uncle still has it.
nice. Is it working?
No.
Okay, because this one was not working either.
I've never known it to work because you probably have to gut it and put in like modern parts but make it look retro.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's
It was
part of me
it's
that was
really
like,
cool.
I really want this just as a piece of furniture.
Yeah.
Just to like
How much?
hold things. They were selling it for $100.
Oh.
Oh, that's nothing. I
Yeah.
thought it would be more than that.
Put the TV in it.
I'll have to see.
Right. Just
yeah.
take that old thing out and pop.
Yeah, because the one my grandma had, the TV was probably this big. Like,
yeah.
it was tiny. But the story behind it, if I remember correctly, my grandfather got her, it's like all he got her for Christmas was this like lottery ticket to win this thing.
Huh.
And then they won it. And then like they were one of the first houses on their block to have a TV
Oh, nice.
in the neighborhood, so people would come over and watch, you know.
Yeah.
It was pretty neat.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I celebrate all of that, and I love the example of two things can be true at the same time. What a
Yeah.
great, amazing, exciting, blessed opportunity.
Yeah.
And a lot of work.
Yeah. My back's sore right now.
Oh,
Like,
that's
I'm
not
just sitting
good.
here,
It's a
I'm just
little
like,
early. A
yep.
little early.
Yep.
I have two things to update you on. One is a unique experience, and that is this.
New phone.
No,
What is it?
Todd Holler's phone.
What?
We had a meeting and we looked around and we're like, well, whose phone's that? I'm like, it ain't mine. It ain't mine. And so I picked it up. And here, well, I don't know if I should say this.
You should call him. Let him know that you have his phone.
I'm better than that. Here's what's crazy about it. All right, I'm going to turn it on here just to see whose phone it is. Wide open.
There's no.
No, Todd. Brother.
The damage
Brother.
old Jay would do
Oh
with
my
this.
gosh.
Straight to Amazon, straight, because you know he doesn't have two-factor authentication if he's got his phone wide
Oh
open.
You know,
my
it is
gosh,
like
Todd.
such a
We got to take a
compounded
we got to take a
issue.
selfie or something. We got to.
To lose your phone like that is such a compounded issue these days because especially like Todd's, he's on his own. He can't
Yep.
like
No landline.
right and no spouse to like, oh, let me borrow your phone and call my phone or something.
Or I
Like,
can't
he's
call. He lives alone.
He probably is like, okay, I don't know where my phone is.
Well, so
I have
I
no way of reaching out to anybody.
Right.
Like,
emailed him because he's got a
oh,
laptop.
there you go.
And I looked and as you guys were talking, I seemed distracted because he had messaged me on Facebook, but then through Messenger,
Oh,
but
yeah.
then saw the email. And so
Yeah.
we've been back and forth on that. It's all taken care of, everybody.
That's good.
We got to take a picture, selfie, and
Aw.
make it his background or something.
Mr. Hall.
No, not doing it. Not doing it.
Well,
That's
that,
old
that
Jay.
one's harmless.
Nope. I am not even.
That's
I
old
opened
Jay.
it to see if it was him, and
Okay.
that's it.
All right.
Um,
I'll do it. I'll do
The
it.
other is I shared with you guys how I have been taking omeprazole for stomach cramping, grabby stomach is what I called it. And I forcefully got off of it by substituting. Why are you looking at me? I've definitely told you this story.
Oh, I didn't. Yes, I'm with you.
With some gastrointestinal issues, we'll leave it at that. And I substituted first just apple cider vinegar, but then I made what I call my stomach elixir, which is oranges, lemons, ginger, turmeric, black pepper, cayenne, a little bit of honey to
Is that
sweeten
the
it
one
up.
I tried?
Yes.
Okay.
Then my second batch, I put way too much cayenne in it, so you get the
Oh.
ginger burn,
Yeah.
and then it's like, and now it hurts my throat. But
Yeah.
but late last week, I was like, it was starting to be a little grabby again.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, well, that ain't cool, you know? And I mean, not nowhere near what it used to be, but I mean, I had been fine for like 2 weeks. And I can, in my head, I can go a little bit crazy with why?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anybody that eats cleaner than I do,
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, well, maybe it's a little more apple cider vinegar or whatever else. Now, side story. Rachel gets celery in her lunch every day. I also like to have celery, but I like the whites of the celery. So Rachel gets the dark
Good
mixed
stuff.
in with her salad,
It's terrible.
but then we're left over with extra celery. And I always feel bad. What am I doing with this dark, whatever? And so I was like, So I looked up what are the benefits of celery juice. Soothing agent for your stomach. They call it, all these other things. So first I made celery with a lot of celery, just one lemon and a little bit of the aloe vera juice, the kind you can drink, that I had bought for another stomach elixir that was just disgusting. And I'd put too much cinnamon in it, and it was carrot and aloe, and it was a hideous drink. But I'm like, well, maybe it's the celery and the lemon. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't
Do you have a juicer that you
Yes,
use?
I do.
Yeah. Okay.
a real good one. And so, because it was like citrus, celery, coating of aloe. And it wasn't great.
Yeah.
And they say you're supposed to do it first thing in the morning, which this was Monday afternoon or whatever. So yesterday morning I got up, juiced a lot of celery and no lemon.
Have you tried just straight celery juice?
That's what I mean. Just straight celery. It was yesterday morning.
Oh, okay.
No lemon,
But,
no
okay.
aloe.
Okay, got it.
Straight celery. And it wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
Did that, went to the gym, came home, then did the stomach elixir, then had breakfast. No problems the rest of the day.
Huh.
And this morning I had a better, fresher celery because the other one was like leftover Sam's celery that had been chopped, and who knows, last time it was in the field. And
Yeah.
this was a little more fresh. It was a little peppery. Like it was not an enjoyable.
Huh.
I got through it. I mean, it still tastes like celery, but it was
Sure.
like wasn't great. But then top notch stomach all day.
Okay.
So the only problem is cleaning the juicer.
Yeah.
And it's not that bad. Like today, it was celery. So I just rinsed it all. There's all these different components and I just rinsed it all out. I didn't soap and water. I'll do that like every other day or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm loving the fact that it's not a pill. It's not anything else.
Yeah.
And it's been good. And
But you were doing the celery juice instead of the
no.
elixir.
Now I do celery juice, go work out, then elixir,
get
then
your
breakfast.
Okay.
And
You're
I mean,
gonna
you can make the argument that the elixir is a little bit acidic. I mean, it's apple cider vinegar or, fresh squeezed orange juice, fresh squeezed lemon.
Yeah.
The thing with the celery juice blows my mind. I looked it up. If you store it overnight, you lose 50% of the nutrients.
Whoa.
Where they just.
There's no way of knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
What was that?
I don't
It
know.
makes sense.
It makes
I don't
sense.
know. They're not alive. Nutrients aren't.
Yeah, but you're pulverizing the celery so that I'm sure there's like some kind of like
Magic.
Chemical reaction that continues or something.
even just physical that
It oxidizes is what I think it said.
Yeah,
So-
and that
Okay.
it's just
Okay.
you're changing the shape of it drastically. So
You know what? I didn't take into consideration. Time is a factor in chemistry. I'm just talking right now.
That's true though.
Yeah. Right?
yeah,
Okay.
So feel good, look good, try hard. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
talking. I was at the gym today and I'm now, I think I mentioned last week, I'm having these yo-yo workouts.
Yeah.
Like I had a good one Monday, did my 5, 12, 30 on the treadmill yesterday, and that was fine. 7 minutes hands-free, which is ridiculous.
That is a lot.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm
already.
doing 1 more minute every time I do it.
Every time. Okay.
And
I
so
thought it was every week.
Well, every time I do it, I take a minute off.
Yeah.
And so it was my heart rate was heart rate was 121. And then when I took the hands off, it was 121. And when I finished, it was 157. But I mean, it's fine. But then today, benching again, doing the chest, 14, 12, 10, adding 10 to 15 pounds. Well, actually 20 to 30 pounds total each time, with the end being 220 on the supine press, hoping to get, well, the funnier one was 200, trying to get 6. And I was just like, four's good. Four's a good number. Like it wasn't even like, can't quite, like I locked out 4, like, well, that's the number today.
yeah,
And it's fine. It's better than if I didn't do it, you
Yeah.
know? And so anyhow,
yeah, that's great.
Yeah. That's awesome.
though, real quick for emotional needs, I'm working out on the one ab over by like the one section. And this lady comes around, 63, 4-year-old lady. And she kind of looks at me, and I have my headphones on. I take them off, and she goes, "What do I do with my coat?" An older African American lady, not older, but I mean maybe 68. And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry." She goes, "It's my first day." And I said, "Oh, well," and I pointed over there, and I said, "There's a locker room over there. I bring a lock and whatever else." And I said to her, I said, it is the one mistake they make. Like there's no orientation
Right.
per se.
Yeah.
Sure, right.
Maybe there is, but I didn't know it. Eric was my orientation.
Yeah,
But then I stopped and I went, she asked me. Like,
yeah,
I'm not her age. I'm not her race. I'm not her sex. But I was welcoming enough, or maybe I'm just the moron that keeps making eye contact with people. But it was just nice. And,
Yeah.
then last night I was thinking about it and I went, I should have checked up on her and just said, "You okay? Do you need anything?" I mean, not that I can train her, but I could have shown her around a little
sure,
bit.
sure, yeah.
Shown her the men's room. Like, here's where I train.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
That is awesome.
It's emotional needs you were saying, so that met yours. Is that what you meant?
I just felt good about it. I'm like, I'm glad I
Yeah.
present myself in a way that she
Okay.
felt comfortable. She was like, "That guy looks pathetic and old. I'll ask him."
No. We just been I know. Yeah. We've just been kind of getting through the week. Maggie's been sick.
Again?
Yeah.
Gosh. She does it on purpose.
I know. Well, and
Attention-seeking behavior.
it was she had a fever over the weekend, and I feel bad for her because she missed out on so many things this weekend. Like my parents had bought her tickets to go see
System of the Down.
to go see Beauty and the Beast.
Oh.
And that was like a birthday gift or Christmas gift.
Did
I
she
think it
know?
was birthday.
I guess
Yeah,
so.
she knew. Yeah.
Ah.
And then Sunday she missed a birthday party of a classmate that she was really looking forward to. And then Monday was Dr. Seuss Day at school, and she was really looking forward to that because they dress up as a Dr. Seuss character. So she just missed out on so much. But man, I will tell you, like, for as much as she missed, I would have been really bummed.
Sure.
I would have had a lot of FOMO, when I was a kid. But, she handled it really good. I mean, she was definitely bummed, but she wasn't, like, moping around all day or anything like that. So I was really appreciative of that.
Wasn't like, hey, honey, do you want a grilled cheese sandwich? No, I want to go to Dr. Seuss. And I
Right,
Screw
exactly.
you, Dad.
Yeah, it wasn't any of that. And
She's been hitting her stride, like you've said.
Yeah.
Like no longer a child, not yet a teenager.
Right.
No longer a toddler or whatever it is.
Yeah, man.
She's almost like a real person.
I've had a couple of those moments lately where I'm like, man, you had a growth spurt or something. Like she like it's you have those moments where like their whole face kind of changes and like has that update, like where like this is the new face now. Like
Yeah.
we're at the, you know what I mean? And then like, and just the rest of her too. Like, like she's just tall and, just growing up so fast. But yeah, we're here. We're hanging in. It's it's been a lot.
I almost believe you. You're like, we're hanging in. It's good. It's fine.
A little tired.
Somebody said to me the other day, like, how do you do it? Like you mentioned me being busy, and I am. I tried to watch disc golf on Sunday after getting home from Erie and seeing Bella's play, which was awesome, musical. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to get up. I'm going to go to the store or whatever else. And I went, I can go to the store like at 6. I don't have to go right now at 3. I could sit and watch the whole round of disc golf, the final round. And I thought, I don't sit well until 10 p.m. At 10 p.m., I can sit and watch my TV until midnight and whatever.
Yeah.
Does that have anything to do with, sorry to analyze you, I'm curious, like just the fact that you're like, well, it's 10 p.m., can't go anywhere, nothing else is going on, everybody's going to bed, now I can just relax?
Yeah, and or I've done everything I can do today. Like I'm not going to, I mean, if it's live disc golf, yeah, I can watch it. But normally I watch it while I'm in the kitchen cooking. So I'm doing something. Like I'm not going to enjoy something until everything I've got to do is done because it's then still there for me. So it's more a function of that.
I need to do something until I feel like I've done enough. Doesn't need to be everything, but something that makes it,
Right.
yeah.
But I've gotten good at, like it happened with a couple things Sunday night. I'm looking at the computer. It's like 8:30. Rachel's gone to bed or gone upstairs. And I'm like, oh, I don't have the brain width for this right now. And so I can table that for tomorrow because I've addressed it and it's not going to go anywhere good. I'll put it to tomorrow. What I brought it up was somebody said to me, how do you do it being a pastor in Young Life and Sports Hall of Fame and everything else? And I said, well, that's the way I'm made. I said, do you think if I didn't do all these things, I would just sit at home and be peaceful? Like,
Right.
I got to be thinking and doing something or else I'll fixate it inward. Maybe that's because of the ghosts of my past, as Chase Hughes would mention. We do want to thank the people who sit at the head of the table. Do we have a new list yet?
No.
Okay. But if you want to sit at the head of the table, all you have to do is go to lunchtimeinrome.com, become a paid subscriber, and at the total of $10 a month, you will become someone who sits at the head of the table. Any more than that, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to get a sticker and or a magnet. We haven't decided on that yet. And you're going to get a signed picture of the four of us for you to frame and put wherever you want. And then there are many other advantages beyond that. So please consider sitting at the head of the table with us. We're looking for the first person who's going to make a contribution of $25 and get their name, their audio goodbye at the end of the podcast. $30, you can open the podcast and you can always make a contribution of, what did we say, for someone who is going to dedicate an entire episode to somebody? Was that
I
40, 50?
I want to say it was 50.
I think it was 50.
Yeah.
So please join us by sitting at the head of the table. If you were with us last week on episode 313, we played a video by Chase Hughes, an intelligence expert. But before we say that, Eric,
I was gonna ask, do you think I could take that audio and put it in here this week? If you
so
don't
they don't have to go back and listen to it?
Right. I could put it here, and then for those of you who don't need to, you could just skip forward about 10 minutes. Do we like that or no?
I would say I would put it maybe at the end. I would rather make the person who didn't listen last week have to do the work, not the person who did.
Okay.
Because if you tell me I got to fast forward through a 10-minute video,
Yeah.
that's 20 taps of the 30-second.
yeah.
now we got to cut all this out, too. This
And
is
I've
terrible.
noticed some ads popping in on specific podcasts
Yeah.
more than before, and it's starting to dry. Like, I'm going to write to these companies and say, I'm never using your product because you interrupt my podcast too much. And it'll be like 3 times in a 20-minute period.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Rocket Money.
Just, no, Rocket Money's okay. They're okay. It's a check. Same one that somebody else uses. It's in the ad. It's like like a online, like a payment app.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm back. So last week we watched it together and we talked about what did we like about it? What was our impression? What did it do within us? And all that kind of fun stuff. But the minute I heard the video, I was like, well, how does this jive with what we're doing? And spoiler alert, we agree with 99% of what he says.
Yeah.
And again, I was saying he's a former Navy intelligence expert. He teaches sales pitches and how to manipulate and how to observe,
Control
and
mass populations.
And how to make sure you're not being brainwashed and what
Yeah.
the government's doing and all that kind of stuff. Spoiler alert, we agree with 99%. But the reality of it is, I believe he has packaged what we know in a very understandable fashion.
Yeah.
And a very marketable way. But I thought for those of us who sat at the table, especially some of you people who join us each and every week, I wanted to take a look at it and like compare and contrast. Like, well, when he says this, what is the lunchtime in Rome language? What is the emotional responding kind of a thing? And so this is, I have questions, not an outline. I want it to be sort of organic, but also sort of like a workshop,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I thought we would start with his 3 pillars of everyone's behavior comes from safety, reward, and friends. And that the behaviors that we see in your adult, okay, I didn't say grown up, in your
right.
adult life,
Yeah.
when you see somebody acting out, it's because they have an unresolved hurt in the areas of safety, reward, or friends. Safety being is I need to be safe. Reward is I need to be chosen, and friends, I need to be liked. Is the way he puts it. So what I thought we would do is we have 10 emotional needs. Go to lunchtimeinrome.com, take the emotional needs questionnaire, and you will find out what your emotional needs are, your top 3 and your bottom 3. So what I wanted to do was assign emotional needs to each of those. So I bet you, hey, Chris, let's give you a slam dunk. What about the emotional need of security?
I'm going to say that goes under I need to be safe.
No disagreement from me, Eric.
It's definitely under safe, but I also feel like it could be under other ones too.
No.
Okay.
False.
All right. Okay.
No, I mean,
Let's table that. We'll come back.
Yeah.
what would you put under reward?
Appreciation.
Yeah. Acceptance.
No, not acceptance.
Maybe not acceptance.
No.
How about approval?
Where would you, hold on, where would you put acceptance?
To be liked.
Sure.
I would put that under safe.
As a man with a high need of acceptance,
Mhm.
I see what you're saying.
Interesting.
Yeah. To be liked would be more like approval, belonging.
Okay.
But
wouldn't that be chosen also? Oh no.
That's what I'm saying.
well, but see, chosen, that's one of the beefs I have is chosen, it's I'm rewarded. Am I chosen? Like I find chosen and like to be too close.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
Eric, to your point, The definition of acceptance is to be loved, one could argue liked,
Mm-hmm.
even though they've made a mistake.
Right.
So wouldn't that go under friends, which is, am I liked?
It could. It could.
But
But to
you're like,
me,
you're like, for me, I'm going to stand on this hill.
well, I
don't feel safe.
it's more of like safe in our relationship, secure in our relationship.
Correct.
I
But
still
the
think
focus is on the relationship.
I think there's
Uh-huh.
a disconnect between what he uses as, reward and then chosen, like you were saying.
Right. No, I'm just distracted because I just got a notification, except I didn't. Todd did.
Oh yeah.
And so I was like, is this going to happen all night? What am I doing here? And then I thought, should I answer his text? Probably not. Actually, I'm going to turn his phone off.
That's a good idea.
But there's a disconnect between reward equaling I need to be chosen and friends equaling I need to be liked. Like I guess maybe it's just a semantic difference. But like under the category of friends, that being the people, like needing people with you, maybe that's I don't know. I find it easier to maybe look at it from that perspective rather than I need to be liked.
Well, I would say I agree. And Eric, I think to your point, his definition of safety is strictly physical,
Mm-hmm.
not relational.
Mm.
So therefore, for us, we would put acceptance under friends because it's a physical safety, not a relational safety.
Right. So it's to be liked.
Correct. So we have security, appreciation. Oh, we're back on reward, which is I need to be chosen. You said appreciation, like, yeah, I was rewarded for
Mhm.
my work. Where would we put encouragement and support? Those are the two I got bogged down on the most. It's definitely not, to me, spoiler alert, I don't think anything else goes under safety than security.
Yeah.
I think it's 2 spoiler alerts already, my fault.
And I'm not going to answer your question yet.
I don't have an answer. By the way.
Because I want to say, speaking of security being the only thing under safety, I almost wonder if, like, our 10 emotional needs are not going to fit
They may
so
not.
neatly, because I think his idea of safety, as I think about it, he's broken it into these just 3 broad categories. Safety being something that everybody needs to.
He would argue you need all 3.
Right. Well, but I guess, so when we talk about our 10 emotional needs, we say, okay, you might have a high need of security, or you might have a low need of security. And, and you can branch off and talk details from there. But I guess I'm interpreting it as he's saying everybody needs safety in order to prosper or blossom. Whereas, you know what I'm saying? Like
I would
his
say
definition.
to peacefully exist.
Sure. Yes. Like to feel safe. But I guess I'm also connecting it to what Eric was saying. Like, what if the way that somebody feels safe is through acceptance?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I know I'm just muddying the waters, but I'm also like, I don't
But again,
know.
that goes back to physically versus relationally.
Yes.
Right.
Because if you
But
were
right.
sorry,
I was just gonna say, but I think that's Chris's point.
but I think it's well, okay. But my point is, if you're 4 years old and an alien came down and abducted your father and you remember it, you're not going to be so focused on being accepted. You're going to go, what's going to happen every night in the middle of it? Like when any noise happens as a 40-year-old. So
Right.
he would say, everybody needs to feel safe. It may take more for you to feel safe
Uh-huh.
than others. So he's not arguing that. And I don't want to speak on his behalf.
Right.
I'm just saying,
No, we're just
For
figuring
us,
it out. Yeah.
I would say encouragement and support go into reward as well.
I was gonna
because-
say that's what I was landing
Because do I
on.
matter enough, which goes to belonging, do I matter enough for you to care to give me those things? Am I significant enough to receive that from you, just like appreciation?
But see, I feel like, that's so. I was thinking the same, but then I came to, but it's also true for liked. I'm liked enough that this person wants to come alongside me and support me. I'm liked enough that this guy is taking the time to encourage me and give me,
Right.
you know what I mean? So like
Again, my contention is they're too similar.
And I would agree, and also say that they could be under both. That's where I landed.
Well, again, maybe we could buy the book and read it. But, I need to be chosen could be focus on who you are. So that's just belonging. Maybe acceptance goes in there, which is reward. And liked is just acceptance. I already say that twice. That
Liked would be belonging.
like for who you
approval
are,
and
chosen is
belonging.
for what you do. Because he meant one of his examples is the partner in your boss doesn't acknowledge your idea for a program,
Right.
which will also be attention, which we haven't talked about, because attention falls into these. So, I don't know that they do fall in, is where we're coming to.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, for his perspective, chosen is for what I do, liked is who I am.
Right. Which acceptance could go in there.
No, because I think no, that's belonging. Acceptance is
No, belonging definitely goes under liked.
but I don't see acceptance would, because that's my behavior, which is back to chosen, which is what I do.
But what I was saying is, like, if I did something that upset you, you still love me because I'm me, and like you'd still, like, yeah, like we.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
right, but that's yeah. So, all right.
I think maybe it's more situational. Maybe it depends on the situation.
I would argue his is more simple, but I'm standing on the fact that I don't like chosen and liked, and I don't like reward and friends, because I'm saying it's more simple, whereas ours is more specific.
For sure. I'm
Well, but remember when we did the 5 love languages,
Go on.
you can meet one love language with multiple emotional needs.
Right.
Where I'm saying, like, that's the same thing with this.
Right. One doesn't have to fit into one.
Right.
It can apply to several.
Right.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously it does. Ours is a more specific way to look at one's behavior.
Sure.
His is more simple, or to a degree also more teachable, palatable. One could argue.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, when you watch or listen to the video, it very much resonates very easily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and I think because he has this simple triangle of needs, like, I feel like it fits with us. I mean, if you take safety as that security, okay, everybody needs some level of security, and reward is everybody is looking for some level of being chosen, or that reward of being chosen as like sort of a progressing through life, like improving, growing. And then everybody needs that friends category as people. You need people in your life that like you, love you, meet those needs. But it can be like, if for all of our 10 emotional needs, for each person, those 10 needs could go into different parts of that triangle.
Right.
Yeah,
That's what he just said.
Yeah.
What did we do? Comfort? Because I would put comfort under chosen or reward.
Man, I'd see it under safety.
No.
Am I crazy?
Yes.
Like to be.
I'm with you though, man. I like emotional safety. I'm with
Right,
you.
but he doesn't. I'm saying, but that's
I
not
know.
what he defines it
Sure.
as. His is, there's a loud noise. Oh, I'm scared. Why am I so scared that somebody else yelled at somebody else? Well, because your dad yelled. You weren't safe.
Right.
It's not emotional safety.
Gotcha.
It's physical safety. To him.
I understand. I 100% understand what you're saying.
What I'm saying is to him. What don't you understand about that?
What I'm saying is that, but I'd like to maybe hear him dive into that a little bit more.
Sure.
Because I'm wondering if there is some other examples that would be more about emotional.
There's only
safety.
one solution. We need to have him on the pod.
That'd be
Jason
great.
call.
Yeah.
And I was debating on the next one because he used, like, when he was giving examples of each of these, he said, when you don't get picked for kickball, or your partner, doesn't affirm you, you feel tense, you feel braced, you feel waiting, not getting. I don't know that I even want to go into that. When you're at a party, you feel unworthy and you analyze yourself. that was his example of your friend's need, that you're so worried you're not going to find friends. And with a kickball or your partner, that's the reward, and you tense up and you're, I don't know. It's,
What emotion?
yeah, it's too nebulous to me.
Yeah, because I think we're just going to get bogged down again into
Correct.
like, well, this fits there and there.
But let's go to something I'm excited about. And it's the phrase he uses. He says, the mirage of grown up, that it's a mirage to say you have grown up.
Mm-hmm.
What are your reactions to that? And do we agree with that?
I agree with it.
I love it. I do. I mean, it's hard to not also agree with, like, you could get into the nitty gritty of like, well, but legally we got to call something an adult. And then at that point you are responsible.
But that's different than a grown up.
Right. So it's more of a
He doesn't say adult.
Right. So it's more of a conceptual thing.
The
Right.
myth of grown up.
When you grow up, when
Yeah.
you do this,
Right.
like your emotional needs are still the same.
Right.
So like,
And, they
and that's
evolve.
why those feelings do come back. Like if your boss doesn't pick, and true story, Jay asked me to edit the video, so that we could show it in church. So we removed all the swear words in it, and I missed one, and it was an S-bomb, and
Barely a bomb, but go on.
I know it was very quick.
It was an S grenade.
A little less tickle.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was an
man.
S jab.
But as soon as it happened, like I felt my face just instantly got
It
hot.
had to be like a weird moment.
It was just going back to like me in school being called out for something, or like like reading in front of the class or doing something like just completely like, oh crap.
Did you not realize you missed it until you heard it?
Right.
Okay.
Right. And Jay, like, did you notice it at the 9 a.m.?
Oh, yeah.
Because Jay didn't even say anything to me.
Oh, I think I did. I think I went, yep.
Oh, as it happened.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
But not.
well, there was a P word that well, we could say piss. I don't care.
Ooh.
But that one came through. I did edit it out for this one, but that one came through, and I was like, oh, I missed that one. But then he said, I was like, oh, and I could feel, even though nobody had any idea that I edited this video, but I
Right.
could feel people watching
I
the
didn't
back
say
of my
Eric.
head.
I said we.
Right.
I did. I was watching hard.
Yeah. I could just feel people watching the back of my head, and like, but it goes to that place of like, oh man, like, I just had it on the tip of my tongue, and now I'm blanking.
Piss.
No, it goes to that place of
Where your hurts go.
yeah, and like I don't want people to be upset
What's acceptance?
because I'm right. It's
You're
exactly
not going to get yelled at.
that's exactly
You didn't feel
what it
safe
is.
in that moment.
I made a mistake. I didn't want to upset anybody, and I just want people to be,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, and I think when you started talking about that, where you were going was the mirage of grown up is that
You still felt like a child.
I
Right.
felt like a
A-
child, right?
your past hurts don't go away just because you're a quote unquote grown up.
Right.
They, they have to be comforted and
Those
healed.
are
And
the-
I'm trying to figure
Those
out.
are the ghosts that he speak of.
Right.
They're
Right.
begging to go back to sleep.
I'm trying to think of like how would have I reacted to that? Like if I wasn't more emotionally healthy, and like I would probably like dipped right out. Probably wouldn't have talked to you, Jay.
Mhm.
You mean after church?
Right.
You wouldn't have gone up and
I would have probably left.
No more drums.
run out of it.
Probably would have left, not talked to anybody, text you later and apologize and
Right.
cry on the
So
inside.
you're not all the way there yet.
No,
that you
well,
went.
but
Oh, that's too bad.
yeah, because right, but I wasn't like I was just like, oh man, I let Jay down. He asked me to do this task and I missed. And I let the congregation down because
Right.
Maggie's sitting right next to me,
And
and,
even
there's
though-
other kids that are in the congregation at
None
the
of them
time.
had heard that word before.
You've been comforted over
Yeah.
your
A lot
past
of it.
hurts and you've
Yeah.
healed from a lot of things.
Right.
In that moment, there's still your brain is
Oh,
like,
right.
remember these synapses? They're
Right.
still firing.
Right.
Here they come.
But I would
Yeah.
argue that's because he hasn't healed from all of the hurts
Sure.
that have caused that. And that's why, because you're evolving. You
Yeah.
haven't grown up because you can't.
Right.
That's the other side of it. Yeah, I was gonna say. So A
Right.
is you still have the same hurts that you did as a kid, and they still matter. And then B is he makes a big point of, well, you're not grown up. We're all just growing. Like
Right.
you're not arriving. You haven't arrived. You're just,
There is no destination.
yeah, you're just going.
Well, but also I want to take a quick sidebar to what an amazing moment that you go, oh my gosh, I screwed up. I left in the S word.
Right.
And then you went, hey, this is all applying to what I'm experiencing right now.
Yeah,
Like,
I was literally
you
like,
can have-
it's happening live right in front of me.
like
Now,
I
that
was-
would have been great if you stood up right then and you were like, guys, this is amazing.
There was part of me that like that, and I never want to steal thunder or, you know, speak. I wouldn't have done this without like Jay's approval, but there was part of me that wanted to stand up and be like, I just want to tell you,
yeah.
like this literally just happened to me right now as we were watching this
that would
video.
be so atypical of you. I get back up at, which by the way, if you remember, was a real awkward transition when I got up there
Oh,
at the
yeah.
10:30. Everybody was just like staring at me.
They were like, dear God.
But if you would have just kind of been, let me stop you right there, Jay. Oh, that would have been the absolute best. I would have loved it. A very correlating statement is that there are only two types of people: those who are still growing and those that pretend not to need it
Not to need.
to grow emotionally.
Oh.
It's the,
Oh, okay. Okay.
there's people that are still growing and
Yeah,
those who
yeah.
are like, oh no, I'm a grown up.
Right. Right.
Oh, I'm a grown up. I'm fine. Now, thinking about emotional responding, I mean, I have met with, like when Rachel and I first came back and we learned this, I did a marriage retreat and, you know, and I'm teaching all this and they were like, listen, we've gotten over all of our old hurts. They're in the past. We're not bringing them up again.
Right. Right.
And I was like, oh. And then I'm like, oh, wait, is this too much? Like, am I wrong? And I probably was teaching too much for that weekend.
Yeah.
But then anytime I meet a couple that like, I can look at them and I go, you're not meeting any of each. And I'm like, hey, they've been married 18 years. I guess it does work. I guess you can make it work. You know, they're all divorced. They're all divorced. Every one of those couples that was like, well, we don't need this. We're fine. Or just blows through it.
Right.
They're pretending
Yeah.
and they're not growing.
It's interesting because I mean, like when you do hear this stuff, it is a lot of like what from emotional needs perspective, not this guy. It is a lot to pull in, and I'm wondering if there's a way that we could package it that's somewhere in between his presentation and what we know. You know what I mean?
Look at 7B on the outline.
How do/can we get them to people in a tidy/manageable way like he does? Oh, okay, yeah.
Our knowledge of emotional needs and
Yeah.
and like how the Dakota, that's underneath the Dakota ring, whatever else. But yeah, it's like
There's there's
He's
somewhere
brilliant at it.
Yeah. He's packaged it in a way that is amazing. And
we're like, hey, listen to an hour-long podcast,
Like, well-
and you may or may not understand it.
yeah, well, but we've been doing this for 314 episodes. It's been years. And I feel like, and this is no offense to you, Jay, because you've explained things very well over the years at church and whatnot. But I swear there's people at church that
No clue.
it might have finally clicked with this one. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
The way that it's that's what I'm saying. No offense. That's what I'm saying.
No, I've thought that for years.
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, in the Learn to Loves.
That's what I'm
How can
exactly,
obviously
right.
like, so when you say,
Yeah.
hey Jay, you've taught this very well, I go, nah, have I though? You know, because they're not necessarily getting it.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, this has been a constant battle of mine.
Yeah. Right.
You know, that, or we should we talked about it with the love languages.
Yeah.
They do a great job of explaining things in bite size, because not everybody is as passionate about emotional responding as we are.
Well, and that's why I like having
99% of people are not.
right. That's why I like having people on, different people, and we can get into those different examples that are more relatable examples,
Applicable.
right?
Applicable and relatable
to everybody at the table.
Yeah. I've used, and I love when I get catchphrases or taglines that stick with me.
Mhm.
but one of which is certainly the minute you start pretending, you stop growing. I've applied that in so many different ways. Probably only two, but two very, I mean, both in one spiritual walk. You know, oh, everything's great, everything's good, God's good all the time. All the time, God is good. And then you leave church and you go weep openly and bury your head and don't read your Bible for another 7 days.
Right.
You're not growing spiritually if that's who you are.
Right.
But so that's along the lines of those that are still growing, those that pretend not to need it. Yeah, there's when we, again, back to our emotional needs responding and training, you know, they're not growing in their relationships if they're not learning how to meet somebody else's emotional needs. You know, you look at all the old timer couples, they were married for 65 years. Yeah, they didn't grow in their relationship. I mean, some did. Like my grandmother and grandfather, who were married for, I think, 70, they weren't growing in their relationship. They just learned to tolerate each other.
Right.
They pretended to be a happy couple. They had moments,
Yeah.
but they weren't growing in their relationship.
They weren't active in that. They weren't
Gosh,
maybe even conscious of
no.
needing to try
No,
anything.
no,
Sure.
no.
And so
As-
you stagnate and you
You stop growing.
Right.
yeah.
You become roommates.
As my mother, God rest her soul, said, "Oh, honey, we didn't do any of this."
Yeah. Right.
Oh,
Right.
what? The emotional stuff. I was like, all righty. And she did have two lovely German parents. Well, one was half Irish. Point of the story is he says he had his decoder process that grief is that negative behavior is just grief encoded. You had grief encoded as a child, and when you have a negative behavior or that tenseness or the
Right.
sweating or Eric's lack of hair on the back of his neck standing up when he makes a mistake,
or
that's
even
just grief encoded.
anger, like you lash out or
Yeah,
you
yeah.
yeah.
And so he said, here's the decoding process. That's your key, is to figure out in someone else when somebody's flipping out and you're like, wait a minute. Number one, listen for disproportion.
Oh yeah.
So
That's
when
a
you
great
see
point.
when you see
Yeah.
somebody and you're going like, that doesn't make. Why are they so upset about this?
Right.
The average person goes, what a jerk, or as he says, what a difficult person.
Mm-hmm.
They're not a difficult person. There's somebody who's acting out grief from their childhood. For us, it's when somebody bothers you, when you see somebody. And what we say is, you know, and this is sort of the same for A and B, because the question you're supposed to ask yourself is, what are they afraid to lose? That's what he says.
Okay.
So what we say is, when somebody's bothering you, like when you see somebody flipping out or calling you too often, or, you know, yelling at you when you didn't even do anything wrong, or not acknowledging you when you did do something right, you know, when you get bothered by somebody, we say, oh, what emotional need are they trying to steal?
Mm-hmm.
And it's also, where do your hurts go? It's like that's part of this.
Yeah,
know what I
that's
mean?
that is a
Because
component.
like somebody acts out in anger, or they get,
Why are they
like,
so angry?
right? Like
they
mine,
have an
mine
emotional
on
need
Sunday
not
went to
met.
fear of people being
Yes,
upset with
yes.
me. You know what I mean?
So when you see if somebody's bothering you because they are either being angry,
Mhm.
they're being scared,
Right.
you know, stop overreacting. Why are you asking me so many questions?
Right.
Because they're scared,
Yeah.
or they're beating themselves up, self-condemnation,
Right.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
Guilt.
or they're blaming themselves.
Can you? I don't remember from his video. Like when his question is, "What are they afraid to lose?"
So his argument would be, are we not going to be friends? Am I not going to be chosen? Or am I not going to be safe?
Okay, right. Okay. Which one of those are they afraid
Yeah.
to lose? Okay.
And that's why, you know, so he says, speak to the loss instead of the logic. You know, ours is meet the need.
Right.
You know,
Right.
find,
But absolutely do not go facts, logic, and reason. Like comfort. Speak to the loss instead of the logic would be like comfort, come
join them.
alongside.
Good point. Join
listen.
them.
Yeah.
And what we say is, if they are being, you know, if they're stealing the emotional need, they're not expressing a need, but they're trying to steal it by, you will respect me, you know,
Yeah.
or look at me, look at me, look at me. We always say, don't meet it in that moment,
Right. Yeah.
but rather join them. Boy, it must be, gosh, I can imagine. I totally agree. You certainly deserve to be respected more than that. You know, join them in it then outside of it, meet
Mhm.
that need on a more long-term basis.
Mm-hmm.
Speak to the loss instead of the loss. Can you imagine? Sorry, big snort.
Yeah.
But no, can you imagine we're in church and Eric, the swear word gets through the edited version, and I just turn around and I go, "Sorry about what happened to you when you were little."
That's great. Just general statements.
Somebody's screaming at you, and you're like, "Sorry, your dad was a jerk."
That is a passive aggressive comfort.
Yeah.
Your boss reams you out. You're like, "Sorry, your wife left you." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Sorry, your mom left you."
Just keep going.
"Sorry, everybody's left you. It's probably you. It's probably you."
It's what's the word? I know Chris, you said passive aggressive, but it's also like a sneaky insult,
Yeah.
in a way.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Your boss passes over you for a promotion. "Sorry, you didn't get picked for kickball, man. Learn to kick better."
I know that's not the real point, but
Yeah.
I
It'd be
kind of
fun
love
to
it.
do.
Oh yeah,
Well, again, an unguarded strength. One of my taglines.
I went to the jerk store.
They're
An
outta
unguarded
here.
strength is a double weakness.
Yeah, right.
You have this knowledge and the ability. Like I've realized that when I've apologized to certain people, when I made a pretty egregious mistake, completely forgotten an appointment, a speaking engagement. No way I was going to make it. And I called and man, I gave him one of the best apologies you could ever have. And I mean, I gave it to him and they were like, hey, it's okay. It's okay. Like it was almost unfair of me. Like they couldn't be angry anymore. I mean,
Yeah.
What does Erica have to say now?
Well, I'm not exactly sure who this person is.
Oh, welcome though.
Um,
Chase Hughes, welcome.
no, MECP 2 twins mama 2. She was asking if I missed
Is that
if,
Bethany?
I don't know. It's Beth. Hi, Beth. The video is in last week's episode. If you want to watch it, about I'd say 20-ish minutes in.
No. Oh, 20 minutes in.
Yeah, 20-ish.
It's like
20,
a 9.5 minute video.
in the last in the last episode. Yeah, definitely go back and watch it.
It is worth a watch.
It is worth a watch. And
or listen. Whatever.
And you know what? I should have included it in a link
On the show notes?
on the show notes, and I didn't. But I'll
can
do
do
that.
that for this week.
Yeah, I could do that for this
But
week.
would you link your edited version?
I don't know.
Because when I did it for the church, I was like, I don't know. And I just linked the YouTube one and went, there's a couple bad words in there.
Yeah, right.
Not that bad.
Nah, we could. Unless
He
I
just
could.
gets excited.
Unless I could embed the video. I might be able to embed the video in the post.
That's inappropriate.
Well, it might be. Well, no, because it would be taking away from that guy.
Yeah,
from Chase.
his royalties
So I don't
and
want
all
to do that.
Right,
I'll link the
right,
video.
right.
We'll just put a little.
We don't want him coming
asterisk
after
on it.
us.
No, no.
He'd break us down real quick.
Yeah.
I'd tell him secrets I haven't told anybody.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll put a link in the show notes, but it is in the last week's episode. So thanks, Beth.
I want to conclude. We already sort of talked about it. His line, difficult people don't have words to explain what's missing from them. And what I want to say is we do have those words. That's the beauty of Lunchtime in Rome. We know what those words are.
Mm-hmm.
But my frustration is it's been hard to teach people those words.
Yeah.
And, my phrase of if you're not aware of your emotions, you'll be manipulated by your feelings. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
That when they're being difficult, when they're acting out, those are the ghosts from their past saying, I'm still hurting. And that they don't have words to help them understand that. Yeah, because they're being manipulated by their feelings.
By their feelings, yeah.
So,
Yeah, they don't even realize, like, when I think back to, like, prior to me understanding this to the level that I do, to think about the sort of linear path of like cause reaction, like, and you just
no
go.
analysis.
You just no analysis, and
filter.
you just go and think that, well, whatever
else is wrong.
happening is this is just how I am, and this is how I feel, and this is how I act, and this is how I respond to things, and it's like, totally with blinders on. It's
Mhm.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our goal, and we would love all the advice in the world on how to package it in a better fashion.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say. And because I like to talk about food, I do have a small food question of the night. What food item do you not care for, but you really wish you did? I already know Eric's.
Yeah, we've talked about this. Mine is olives.
Mm.
I've never been able to get into them, and like
Do you like a black olive? The
I'm
entry
gonna
level of all
get to that.
olives.
I'm gonna get to that. Because I had it all. I already had this. Like it's in the hopper. It's coming. But like whenever I go to like an Italian deli, like if you go to Labriola's or
Oh, yeah.
DeLallo's, like they got the whole case and it all looks
10
so
different kinds.
good and it looks healthy and there's olive oil and there's all and all
I don't even like really good olive oil because it tastes too much like olives.
Yeah, I mean I use olive oil.
Mhm,
It's not
so
that
do
I
I.
don't use it.
I
but,
use a bad one.
Yeah. But with black olives, because I thought about that, I'm like, do I like black olives? And then like, I've had it on pizza,
Oh,
and it's okay.
it insists upon itself a little.
But like, there's like, and I might be crazy, but like, I feel like sometimes, not every time, but sometimes there's like a metallic
Mm-hmm.
element to it.
Sure.
That like,
It's too good of an olive.
is that what that means?
I mean, like, I like a good, mundane, boring black olive.
Right.
But I don't want it to take over my Italian salad.
Yeah, right. So it's just one of those things where I wish I did, but I don't. I've tried a bunch of different kinds. Yeah, but
Chris?
It's funny that Eric mentioned olives because I was also going to mention them, but not quite in the same vein. I think I mentioned to you guys before.
hold
Want me to
on.
wait.
We have actually a question
Do
from
it.
Beth. Are you talking allergies/sensitivities or just preferences?
I would say either.
Okay.
Because that would change my... I wasn't talking allergies, sensitivities.
Right, because you could be gluten-free and
Well,
miss,
Well, yeah, I certainly do.
Yeah, right.
But also to that regard, would love to have me some cilantro.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
And that's not an allergy. That's a chromosome.
No, right.
I don't love soap.
Right.
You're saying. So both and or neither.
My answer would have been identical to Eric's in that.
Look at us.
Yeah, would have been.
Okay.
Because I think I've mentioned this even on pod before, at least to you guys. I have
At the table. Go on.
Yeah. Up until less than 2 years ago, maybe bordering on 2 years ago, I despised olives,
Yeah.
and I have my whole life. Especially when I was younger, I had a gag reflex to them. Like I really could. I tried.
It's a
I
joke
couldn't.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Into adulthood, like I tried, and I just could not stomach them.
But you didn't pretend.
That's true. And something happened. I don't know, just a couple years ago. I was like, I don't know. I just want to try an olive, and it was good.
What kind?
Black for sure.
Yeah.
Capistrano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do not. I still don't like green olives. They're too green. You know.
Weird, man.
But so that would have been but I feel like my dream has come true. What food would I have, do I not care for that I really wish I did? Oh, it happened. Olives.
So now what's your answer?
And now I guess, I don't know, maybe sweet potatoes. Not a fan of sweet potatoes. And like Amy
Wow.
really loves
I like a sweet potato.
a good sweet potato, or like
That's
sweet
not
potato
often
fries
available.
are supposedly like better for you than like regular
Oh,
potato
yeah.
fries.
If you get a good, now I will say this, if you order sweet potato fries, and I'll even call Mohan's out, order them at the restaurant. Don't get them to go.
Yeah.
Oh,
because
you can't do that.
If they sit in
sweat.
a container, they'll sweat and then they get soggy.
And let's
Right.
be honest,
it's not
a good
good.
sweet potato fry
It's crispy.
doesn't exist.
Oh yes, it does. Mohan's has great ones.
They're fine.
No, they're good. They're good. If you
Aha,
get them
they're
there,
good.
the best.
Right.
Rachel's Roadhouse.
Oh.
all right.
Yeah.
You keep talking about that place.
By far,
You've never been?
No.
Oh, we gotta go.
it's the best. Oh man,
Never been
the
invited.
steak tip croissant sandwich. Croissant, oh, brother.
So for me, while I would like to like olives, I would say a low-key smashing answer is sushi. Like I'll eat sushi. Like I've had a little bit.
Yeah, I like sushi.
It's fine. Like,
Yeah.
I don't.
You got to find your lane.
But you
of what
wish
you
you
like.
really
I've done
liked it 'cause
sashimi and I've
'cause it's
done the
fun.
this roll, and it's like
I don't
kinda
get
tastes
sashimi,
like
but
cold fish.
it's actually so. Beth did chime in.
Okay.
She seconded cilantro for
Ah.
preferences, and she used to be that way with raw tomatoes. She asked, "What about Kalamata olives?"
Oh, I love 'em.
Kalamata.
I
Oh,
love
you
'em.
love them?
I do.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we'll order them. We still
Are
do
those
the
the wrinkly black ones?
No, they're actually they're more purplish.
Oh yeah.
So I had a follow up question because you mentioned sashimi, which
Yeah.
is basically raw fish.
Sure.
Is what it is. That's a food to me that like I don't appreciate it, and I have no feeling to or want to appreciate
Right.
it. So what's that food for you?
Okay, food that I don't like, that I don't care that I don't like.
Right. Like another one of mine would be like zucchini.
I like a lot of food.
I mean, I like zucchini like in a sheet pan roast or something like that. Fine.
I thought you said sheep pan. So that was,
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm trying to think of cooking shows, things people make.
I don't dislike many foods, and I love sushi. So here's where I was going.
Okay, sorry.
Well, I was just for you, Jay, like as far as like the finish of the question that you really wish you did, I was thinking for you, like the sushi experience is so fun. Like for me, if I didn't like sushi, that's where I would feel like I was missing out on. Like I really wish I did because you get all the different little pieces and
With
you
the
can
chopsticks
share and
and-
you
yeah.
can like
Get the wasabi on
yes,
there.
like there's a whole thing to
Yeah.
it. So I don't know if you
Yeah, I don't care about that.
okay.
I would go with like sweets.
Uh-huh.
Like, I mean, I can't. I mean,
Just don't
no, I
care,
can
yeah.
do sweets that aren't gluten free.
Yeah,
but
you
like,
do like chocolate
but
stuff.
it's like I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
You're not even an ice cream guy, are you?
no. Even in my less healthy days of college, when I worked in an ice cream shop, I would walk in, I would get one spoon and I would get one spoon of butter pecan ice cream, and I would be like, boop,
That's
it.
so funny because that's like the old lady ice cream.
It is. But that was it. I mean, occasionally I'd make like it wasn't even a milkshake. Like I would use soft serve and then like pineapple and strawberry sundae syrup and blend it and make like a smoothie. But even then I probably wouldn't finish it. So no, I've never been a big sweets guy.
Yeah. All right.
But I'm still growing. And I'm not
That's
pretending.
right. That's right. You're still a grown boy.
Take us out, Chris.
All right. Well, that is it for episode 314. Join us next week, Wednesday evening around 8:30-ish live, if you would like, for episode 315. Between now and then, please give us a like or follow on social media and visit us at lunchtimeinrome.com. While there, take our relational needs questionnaire. And thanks, as always, for joining us at the table for Lunchtime in Rome.
Somebody needs to check in on Big Guy. See you next week.
$25 away from being your salutation goodbye. Bye.